Having clarity is very, very important. For you to know you started having clarity or you have clarity is when you know your purpose and understanding how to fulfill destiny. It comes with a whole lot. You must set a standard for yourself. If not, from time to time, you will start vibrating low frequency, and this can attract so many things that are going to distract you. Gossips, backbiting, betrayal, quarreling, anger, jealousy, hatred, procrastination, being pessimistic, promiscuity. Name it. So, clarity starts from knowing your purpose, understanding why you are created, understanding what is good for you and what is not good for you, means at which to fulfill that purpose, and setting a standard for yourself. By the time you start setting a standard for yourself, it will cost you a lot, like I said before. Friends, family, everyone that are not going to impact you or that are not part of your journey, you will have to let go of. Whether peacefully or through misunderstanding, you must let go of them. Most times people are not aligned or they are not balanced or they are not in harmony. It's because they are vibrating low frequency. They are energizing low frequency. How do they energize low frequency? They entertain unnecessary talks, gossips, fight, quarrel. They are not optimistic, they are pessimistic, negative thoughts. Allow different kind of people into their privacy, into their life. Allow them to absorb their energies. It could be family, it could be distant relatives, it could be friends. It could even be mere acquaintance. So you should create boundaries. If not, you will have to repeat a certain pattern, a certain cycle over time. You keep repeating it until you've learned your lesson and you have decided to move on to the next level. So if you must grow and want to fulfill destiny, be ready, a standard for yourself, because lots of tests will come. And this test will determine whether you are fully ready for the next step. So determine and recognize who you really are. First, you must know your life's blueprint. I always say this. If you don't know who you are blind. Your eyes need to be open to understand who you really are. And then you start working towards purpose, setting a standard for yourself, and actualizing dreams. Some people are going to bring you down, whether you like it or not. So you must set a standard for yourself. Some people might say they want to be your friends, they are your fan, they are this, they are that. From there, if you lose guard, a lot will creep in. And it's going to cause so much damage. So know who you are. Some people are better off alone. When they are alone, they get to concentrate, they get to stay energized. They are highly intuitive. They get messages and all that. But when they allow unnecessary distractions, gossips, talks, fight, and all sort of, it brings them down. It weighs them down. They are always distracted. They don't want to concentrate. So know who you really are. Understand what works for you. Know your purpose. For some, they need to get to a certain age for clarity. And once they've gotten that clarity, you must not allow any form of distraction. So this goes to everyone, whether you are called or you are not called, whether you are chosen, you are not chosen. And especially those that are called, people will come in the guise of needing your help, needing you to mentor them, or they want you to feed them. They have an ulterior motive, so you must safeguard your energy at all times. And I notice it's mostly people that are spiritual that they have back and forth issues of backbiting and all that. This is because you want to be tested and you must safeguard your energy. You must know what you are doing at all times, because if you lose guard, any slightest opportunity, your water is going to be colored. Your food is going to become sandy. So be very careful. You see people that are not willing to assist. It's not because they can't assist, but because they've learned their lesson and they know by the time they allow unnecessary attention, it's going to distract them. Some people over time, they've understand that for you to fulfill destiny, you must not be pitiful. You must set standard. You must be strict. You must be wicked. Because that's the only way. The universe does not understand you being nice, you being good. In fact, the person might be unalive when you are too good. So you must set a standard and create boundaries so you can always be ahead, so you can always be elevated, so you can always pass the test that the universe brings to you at every given time. So first, make it a point of duty to have clarity and know your purpose, means and method to fulfill destiny. And then start working on purpose, create a standard, create boundaries. Because if you don't learn it now, you will learn it the hard way and it might cost you so much. Be it family member, friends, mere acquaintances, or just neighbors. Be very careful. Be very careful. Avoid unnecessary talks. Concentrate, stay focused, stay determined. Focus on your pursuit. Because if you are not aligned, if you are not balanced, it's going to weigh you down. It's going to bring you down. And it's going to attract lots of negative energies, which is going to affect you completely. For example, if you do not stay aligned or balanced and you start vibrating low frequency, you might want to achieve a particular contract, blessing, you won't get it because everything around you is contaminated. So you are contaminated. You might want to get something, you won't get those things because the people around you, the settings are contaminated. So avoid low vibrational energies at all costs and move with people that are aligned, that are in harmony, that are balanced. Same way you will be aligned in harmony and you're going to be balanced. Environment that is polluted, stay away from it. Homes, house, rooms, apartments that are polluted, cleanse them, stay away from them. Cleanse them. People you surround yourself with, if they are not motivating you, if they are not impacting you in one way or the other, stay away from them. Avoid them and start anew, start afresh. Relocate to another environment. Be conscious, be very sensitive and observant. People are bad. They are all in the guise of they want mentorship, they want friendship, they want help. They want you to be their mentor. So let your eyes be open at all times and be alert. If not, you will be stagnant, whether you like it or not. Thank you.